When I'm working with founders, I find themselves getting lost as if they're using someone else's words when it comes to sales. And often this can slow down growth a little bit more than it should. Now, there is a gravitas that's needed when you're a founder, and typically you will get a lot of doors opened for you because of your experience, because of your skills, and also because of what you're building and what you're doing is truly remarkable. However, too many founders I've seen end up with huge pipelines and real struggles trying to get those deals closed. If that is the case, there are three things which will really help you be able to improve that. And the first is having a little bit of transparency. Most founders are beholden to the people that they employ, they're beholden to their investors, they're beholden to the runway, how much cash is in the bank. And that can be called out, but you're not going to call it out that way. You're going to call it out the way a CEO or way a founder would. It's along the lines of, okay, well, we've got X amount of customers. It's great that we're chatting today. And then you pull up a slide which shows the typical plan that people go through. So a mutual action plan, mutual success plan, call it what you want. It is one slide that shows all the steps from someone taking interest to becoming a customer that is achieving value. So it doesn't stop at signature, stops it when they achieve the outcome they're after. Just do a dotted line and show this is where you're at and call out the next steps that are involved. And also call out the stakeholders and key people that need to get involved. And if you feel a little uncomfortable sharing that, just share the fact that this is what our successful customers do. This is the way me, the board, and the investors have agreed that we're proceeding. If we're going to go down a different route, let's talk that through so I can explain that to the investors and outline why that's the case and what's different in this situation. Because if you are deviating from your sales plan, it's because it gives you a better chance of closing, a better chance of delivering value for them. The second thing that I would encourage you to really, really think about is, well, when it comes to the commercial model, when it comes to what you're offering, call out the fact that your CFO or your investors are the ones that are controlling the purse strings. Mention the fact that this is the pricing model that we've arrived at. We think it's very fair. It delivers a lot of value. And really push away the thinking that, well, you're the CEO, you can give this to me for free for a certain period of time, or you can give this to me at a heavily discounted rate. And just call out that in order to achieve fairness for all of our customers, that we're in the position of making sure that everybody comes on the platform at the same rates. This makes a huge, huge difference. Now, the next thing we need to think about is securing a next step. This is a bit more of something a sales professional would always look to do. And certainly the weak sales professionals don't do it. But every time you chat with somebody, get a next step. It doesn't matter if you're in a meeting with them, take out your phone, take out your laptop. It'll probably be out already and get that next step booked in. Absolutely crucial. And then the final thing, once you've shown that slide of the process that you're going to follow, who's going to be involved, underline the fact of who's going to be involved. If you spend a couple of minutes identifying who needs to be involved, then you can drop their first name. Is that when we're going to get John in from compliance? Is this when Jay and CFO is going to be getting involved? Normally at this point, we would speak to X, the user team. Looping back around, you may feel like you're using someone else's words and you're pretending to be a salesperson. But the reality is, if you're going to be a successful founder, you're going to have to be successful at closing. You need to do this to give yourself the best chance.